So one of the things that, we keep thinking about a lot at Tydy is onboarding is very often seen as a lot of what you all described, the forms and, the paperwork and compliance processes and, what have you, the things that everyone remembers just because it's so painful, right? Traditionally. But what would some of those key ingredients be which kind of take onboarding away from compliance, but into, the productivity zone? How do you get a person to get productive as soon as possible during that first 1, 2, 3 months? Because the way we're kind of seeing it is it's also money, right? It's revenue related. At the end of the day, you need to get your teams up and running and productive as soon as possible, because otherwise that's going to be a big problem from a revenue generation perspective as well in any industry.
So from a company's perspective, we are hiring people that hopefully, are people who would be able to do what we are promising to our clients. Be able to represent ourselves in front of a client doing stuff which can get us more business, right? So we are bringing in talent which we need, up and running very, very quickly. We're also hoping that they're able to culturally assimilate into what our ethos is, what our committed behaviors to the customer are, right?
Yeah.
We pride ourselves on being extremely customer centric. So how do you get somebody from off the street and have them put customer ahead of everything, right? So culturally assimilating, and then obviously there are more transactional pieces around. Are you capable of handling what the customer has given you? But mostly it is not where things go wrong. It is typically the ethos, how people connect with what the company stands for, how do they service the potential customers, how do they blend in, I think, from a company perspective. And obviously from an employee's perspective, they have dreams in their eyes, the desire to make a difference. There's a reason why they've joined a firm, they chose it over the others, right? So how do you get those aspirations? And you're still in the honeymoon period where they're deciding if it was the right choice or not, right? Yeah. So how do you get them to a point where they continue to believe they made the right choice? We are giving them the input which continues to reinforce that the decision was right, and it helps them be productive, be happy, make new friends, and think of it as a new home, which could be their home for the next, whatever, 2, 3, 5, 10, who knows, maybe 23 years, right? So
exactly.
I think, that makes a big difference.
The front and center of onboarding is, do I instill the emotion of pride, confidence, clarity, and I give people enough reason to be sure that I made the right decision to be associated with this brand. And I think there is somewhere best of us, when we go through change, big or small, go through moments of self-doubt. And something which is as serious as starting your first job or switching from an existing job to a new one. One of the critical defining moment is your onboarding experience, because it influences my perception about the brand I'm going to join. And it gives me those experiences or those moments of truth, good or bad, gives me reasons of staying long enough, of making my choice visible to people around me because I'm proud of my choice, and of making that decision that I want to be continued and continue to stay connected with this new community that I'm joining. So if onboarding is looked at more from this angle than just getting a bunch of paperwork done because statutory requirements ask me to do that, that change of paradigm can completely change the way you get your people in. And that can go a long way in driving productivity, in driving results for your organization, and in driving great engagement levels and satisfaction levels for the new joiners for you.